This is the DJI Action 5 Pro, and I think it's the best camera on the market right now to vlog your life with. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you guys are new here, my name's Chris, and for the past 4 months I've been using the DJI Action 5 Pro, and I have to say it's my new go-to camera for just vlogging, capturing my life, and I kind of want to talk about why I think you should pick one up and how I use this camera to vlog and capture my life with. Now, before we get into talking about this camera, I just kind of want to look at content over the past 5 to 6 years and really talk about why this camera is so special. So I would say most people who care about the quality of their content over the past 5 to 6 years have been vlogging on a larger camera setup, whether it be a Sony camera, Canon camera, whatever camera brand that you like, you're probably vlogging on a larger camera setup. And with that larger camera setup comes a little bit of complications, right? You have to bring that camera setup everywhere that you go. If you're out in public, you might overthink it and not get the shot. And that is why the DJI Action 5 Pro is so special. I also think that the pendulum of content is swinging the other way. What I mean by that is I don't think the viewers really necessarily care about the quality of the video anymore or the cinematics of the video. They more just want to connect with whoever's creating the video. And over the past, I would say 3 years, our brains have just been fried with the quick edits and the craziness of content. And now we just want to relate. And making content, making it simple is what the DJI Action 5 Pro excels at. So let's talk about it. I have fallen in love with this camera mostly because of the form factor. The fact that I'm able to throw this in my pocket, throw this in my bag, and just go has been a game changer for me. And it also gets me 90% of the quality of my larger camera setup here. So if I'm able to put this in my pocket and just go, why would I ever reach for my Sony camera? And granted, yes, there is going to be some times where I'm vlogging on my larger Sony camera, but if I'm just going out to grab a coffee, or if I'm waking up at 4 a.m. because I'm crazy and I go to the gym, then I just want to grab this camera and capture some shots. And this just allows me to not overthink content. And for me, my life is very hectic. I am working 45 hours a week. I am working out. I am just living life, and I also just want to create content, and sometimes I just overthink it with my larger camera setup. And if you're also overthinking your content because you have such a nice camera setup and you think everything has to be perfect, I'm telling you, you need to look into the Action 5 Pro. With that, I have some accessories that really take this camera and really gets you to 90% of the way there of the quality of a larger camera setup. Now, the first thing is this mount. This is a magnetic mount that just allows me to attach the Action 5 Pro, and now I can clip this anywhere. I can put it anywhere that will allow for the magnet to attach to it, and this is all I use to vlog on. This allows me to mount this in my car. This allows me to mount it at the gym. This allows me to mount it in different places when I'm walking around downtown. It's amazing. And the simplicity. This just gets me out of my head. This allows me to mount it and capture high quality footage. Now, if you really want that cinematic content, you want that natural motion blur, you need an ND filter. And the great part is these ND filters from Telson, they come in a pack here, ND 8, 16, and 32, and then there's also a CPL filter in here too. This just goes like this, right onto the camera here, and now you have cinematic content with natural motion blur. The only thing left, right, is high quality audio, and that is where the DJI Mic Mini comes into play. This will automatically connect to your camera with no other accessories. So now you can put this on your shirt, you can clip it to your hat if you want to be all Sam Sulek-like, and now you have high quality professional audio with a camera that's getting you 90% of the way there of a larger Sony camera, Canon camera, whatever, and it fits in your pocket. Hey, why would I grab my Sony camera anymore, right? Now, a lot of people, when I tell them I vlog on the Action 5 Pro, they're like, Chris, why don't you vlog on the Osmo Pocket 3? And I had that camera and I really enjoyed it, but I felt like I was being too careful with it. And I don't know if it was the gimbal or if I just didn't give it enough time. I had the camera for probably 6 months, but I just like that this is the form factor of a normal camera. I point and shoot and go, and I don't have to screw around with a gimbal. So that's why I prefer the Action 5 over the Osmo Pocket 3. Yes, the Osmo Pocket 3 is going to get you 95% of the way there to the quality of a larger camera, but I'm fine with the simplistic and the look of this camera. So this right here, right, is my go-to right now. I've been loving it. I've been loving the ease of use. I love that I can bring this anywhere. I can easily mount it in my car. When I'm going shopping, I can put it on the cart. I can do really anything with this camera setup right here. And it fits in my pocket. So if you want to get into vlogging, you want to get out of your own way, you don't want people to look at you when you're vlogging in public, and you just want to capture your life, this camera will do that for you. And I want to give a big shout out to Impulse. They are a local camera brand store here in Milwaukee. They gave me this camera back in December, and I didn't know I was going to fall in love with it so hard. And they are a camera store. They really look out for local creators and just creators in general. And they're great people too. Shout out to Shane, shout out to Travis. So if you're looking at getting this camera, I highly suggest you should get it from Impulse. And yeah, that's really the video. That's just get this camera, get out of your own way, start vlogging more, start creating more, and start living your content creation dreams. Because I'm starting to, and it's because of this camera. Now, I will say, I think the goal is to intertwine the Action 5 Pro with the Sony camera and really get the all-in-one vlogging video. So that's my goal now, is to figure out how I can use this and this to make really cool vlogs. So that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. I kind of just sat down and pressed record, so we'll see how it does. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.